What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Yndi B.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Meg, and you're tuned into This Is R&B Unfolded. Today we're here with the inspirational upcoming artist, Jor'Dan.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, how are you?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, ladies?
Good. How are you? And welcome to the show.
I'm doing good. As you can see, I'm on the road, but I'm being safe. I'm on the passenger side. I got my seatbelt on. So we're gonna talk through this ride. What's going on?
Nothing much. We just about to jump right in. We know you're from Louisiana. You know, prayers to everyone in Louisiana. We know Hurricane Ida hit hard. How is everything on the home front?
A lot of my folk were in Baton Rouge. They didn't really get hit that bad. My mom and my family, everyone was safe. So I'm very grateful for that. But there are a lot of people that, lost a lot, especially down in New Orleans. So my prayers go out to them, and some friends of mine, are from there and have family there. So I definitely keep those families uplifted in prayer. But that's kind of a part of living in Louisiana. We have those things at least every year, or if not every other year. We have something that comes through and just really destroys things. So, you got to keep your folk down in Louisiana in prayer, man. Right. There's always something going on with some weather.
Definitely prayers up. I'm glad to hear everybody is safe.
Yeah, indeed.
So your song, My God, it reached number 3 on Billboard. That's a great feeling, I'm sure. But what does that mean?
It was. It means a lot to me. It means that people understand. People get it, and that people love it. And I think that a lot of times, I didn't get started in this to really care about what people think. But along the journey, you kind of definitely want that motivation. Like, okay, am I just spinning my wheels? Or, you know what I mean? Like, dude, they really feel me. And I think that when I saw that, that accomplishment come to pass, I think it motivated me even more to continue to keep going and keep doing what I'm doing. And hopefully, next time we'll be number 1. We won't be number 3.
Exactly. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that your sound is not like ordinary.
Thank you.
It's like R&B, but it has a pleasant twist that you like with the gospel part, and I never really heard anything like it personally. So what went into creating such a unique sound?
It's a lot, especially me being from Louisiana. I call it a gumbo, but in a gumbo, you got everything in there: crab legs, sausage, okra, rice. You name it, we put it in there. Oysters, and it's kind of the same thing I did with my music. I have so many influences as far as, from gospel music to hip hop music to R&B. I'm an 80s baby, grew up in the 80s and the 90s. So I'm a huge fan of R&B music. I love the stuff Bad Boy was doing. I loved, the Mary J. Blige's, that whole time, that Jodeci Boyz II Men feel, along with, a little bit of Kirk Franklin, along with a little bit of, Kenny G when I want to be smooth, So I grew up with all of those influences, and I think that a lot of that too, and even, No Limit and Cash Money, me being from Louisiana, all of those things influenced me, and I think that they kind of helped me create the sound that I have today. And I also feel like a lot of those artists were fearless. A lot of those artists were also the first of their kind. And I always wanted to be different. I always knew, I had something different from everyone else in my genre, or just in the music industry, period. I felt like I had something different. And I'm just grateful that I get to do it for a living, display my gift for a living. And hopefully, it inspires people and changes their lives.
Right, I think it's doing exactly that.
Yeah, thank you.
So we saw that Lil Yachty was in your video for My God. How did that come about?
Man, so a friend of a friend knew a friend and another friend of a friend, So that was actually my first day meeting Yachty as well. But it was really dope because we actually had a moment to just kind of share, and reflect on, you know, our lives. And we actually had a really good talk. A lot of people may not know, but you know, Yachty's a Christian too. So, you know, we had a lot of talks about just being a Christian, period. And I think it's even dope too that, you know, he was working with Kanye, and, you know, Kanye's just become a Christian and he's doing, you know, some great things as well. And it was just really dope to have that conversation with him and be transparent. You just never know. You know, you think Lil Yachty, somebody can judge Lil Yachty and be like, yeah, he doesn't know who God is at all. But that's not true, you know. Right. And I think that, you know, just in the business that I'm in, you know, we're quick to stereotype or quick to judge a book by its cover. And we don't really know people's background or people's relationship with God. You know, somebody can see me and feel like I'm so far away from God. You know, I'm not. I like to wear fly stuff too. You know, I like J's and Gucci and Prada and all of that too. You know, so I think that also people feel like Christianity has a look. And I want to change that. I want to change that narrative. I want people to, you know, to get that Christianity doesn't have a look, neither does Christian music have a sound. You know, it's really all about the message. So just having that conversation with Yachty just really inspired me. And also, and I told him, I was like, bro, I don't know if you know, but you inspired me from this conversation because I would have never known, you know, that he had that background. So he was actually excited to be in the video as well. And he killed it, man. Yachty's a funny dude. Like, he's like a comedian, to be honest. Like, he said so many funny parts that we didn't keep for the video, but he had us rolling, man. So shout out to Yachty for being a part of what I had going on, man. It was fun.
Yeah, shout out Lil Yachty if you in here watching.
Yeah.
So we know that every single one of your songs has meaningful lyrics, which is definitely hard to find in today's music. So what is the inspiration behind it?
Life. You know, I go through things myself, but I also, you know, like to share things that people have shared with me as far as, you know, situations or circumstances that people are going through. I try to make sure that in every record, I put a little bit of, you know, the transparency in there. You know, I think that people really respect real conversations. People respect, you know, people that keep it real. And I'm really about that. You know, I try to make sure that I'm as transparent as possible through my music and in my life. You know, and I feel like that's what's gonna really connect to people, along with great music. Of course, the music has to be good too, but, you know, just being real. You know, a lot of people in Christianity, I would say at times, you know, we try to paint this picture that we're perfect, you know? And so I think that just being a person like myself, I know that I'm not, you know, and if I try to be perfect, I'm gonna fail, you know, and most times you end up falling on your face in front of everybody. So, you know, I think that if you're constantly being transparent, you know, when you fall, people will understand. You know, it's because he's like, hey, I'm a human, I tripped. You know what I mean? I was tripping. You know what I mean? So I love the fact that, you know, I get to be that way, and hopefully it inspires other people to continue to be that way as well if they are. And if you're not, you know, keep it real, man. Stop front. You know what I mean? Stop. You know, I can't stand when folk are being fake. You know, like when you hurting, you know, hurt, cry. You know what I mean? When you happy and you try not to be happy because it's not cool to be happy, like just be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep it real, and I think you'll go forward with that.
So, speaking of, you know, your hurt, and, you know, we talked about a lot about your unique sound. So can we get a little sample?
Oh yeah. So my new single, got a new single out right now. It's entitled My God. It goes, wait a second, let me brag on my God. He the truth, yeah, he be showing off. Yeah, I promise he never took a loss. And if I'ma tell it, I gotta tell it all. Wait a second, let me brag on my God. He the truth, I ain't just telling y'all. You could count it, he never took a loss. And if I'ma tell it, I gotta tell it all. Hold on, wait a second, let me brag on my God. So, that's the new song. But when I was creating that record, I was talking with my manager, and he usually kind of bounces ideas. We kind of bounce ideas off each other when we're creating. Or whenever I'm trying to think of what to do next, because sometimes as a writer, I can get what do you call it? I guess I wouldn't call it writer's block, but maybe that's what it is. But it's sometimes where I'm just not inspired. And he gave me this idea of just making a record that bragged on how good God is. And, when we think about God being good, we think God's good because we found a $20 bill on the ground. Like, oh, look at God. He must be, woo, I needed that money, But there's a lot of other things that, God is good for, just us breathing, just us having a good spirit, a good day, or just looking out for your mother, or healing your grandmother that, diabetes and, or whatever, so many things that God is the root of, He's the reason why. So I wanted to make a record that basically bragged on how good he is to me, not just financially, not just, I know in the video I'm riding whips and stuff like that, but that's just a part of how good God is to me, and I wanted to display that musically and also in the music video, but just hopefully somebody will hear that song and remember how good God is to them. And hopefully y'all enjoyed the record too, man. It made y'all feel good. I wanted to make it feel like you could drop the top, open the sunroof and blast this like the new hit record. So I'm glad everybody loved the record, man. My God is out right now on all streaming outlets. Make sure y'all go get that.
Let them know where they can find you at.
Y'all can find me everywhere. I'm pretty much on all the social media outlets, but if you want to reach me quicker, I'm always on Instagram pretty much every day, most of the day. Probably shouldn't be on there that much, but my Instagram handle is Where's Jor'Dan, WHERESJOR_DAN. You can follow me on there. I'm on there all the time. Me and my wife probably doing something crazy, so y'all make sure y'all follow us on there, and I just appreciate the support.
Well, Jor'Dan, thank you for doing this interview with us today. It was really
nice. It's been a pleasure. Yeah.
Definitely a pleasure. A real dude. We appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah. Hey, you ladies made this easy, man. I appreciate y'all. And shout out to This Is R&B because y'all always have the exclusive, man. So I'm glad it's an honor that I was a part of it today.
It's an honor to have you.
Exactly.
It don't matter if you're listening to Reach JT, B and CC.